So I think the first thing is that we need to see clinical research as being more strategic than it has been in the past. I think the days of being able to do research for research's sake because it's an exciting question or we can get papers or whatever, these days have gone. And particularly in diseases such as myeloma, where we have scarce resources, we cannot waste that scarce resource on trials that don't really contribute either to making a clinical development program for registration better, more agile, more future-proof, or we're generating data that local HTAs need, or commissioners. So I think we're redefining, first of all, the demand side. So what do we need to do in research to deliver new drugs to patients? How can we be more efficient and quicker at doing that? I think we're also redefining the relationship between commercial and academic research. So we're pioneering concepts of hybrid studies, where we're doing academic science and academic studies, but they're much more agile, much more sophisticated, and much more market-facing. So we collaborate with a number of drug companies within our clinical trial network to generate data that will assist in their European approval, that will help them navigate HTA by having more real-world data at the time of appraisal, not afterwards when they find out they haven't got the data they need. We're also pioneering new techniques for quality of life that have a health economic endpoint, but importantly, incorporating patient preference elicitation methodology into the minimum data set that comes through the system. So what that means is the value proposition that either academics or industry propose to decision makers should be much better, more comprehensive, much more real world, and much more certain. And we just haven't had that in the last decade. In the network, we have got a sort of portfolio of trials within the portfolio that we've engineered in collaboration with drug companies and with payers in the UK. And the starting point for that has been to interrogate their phase 3 registration study and to understand the likely limitations of that data for the UK market, mostly because of the comparator. So then what we will do in collaboration is design a phase 2 or phase 2b study of 250 or 300 patients of this study that should have been done had the registration program been designed specifically for the UK. And then we get all downstream actors to approve that study so that the data will be welcomed at the point of the appraisal. So essentially, it's getting real-world UK-specific data ahead of time as an integral part of the clinical development program. And what we're mindful of is low-cost, effective combinations, because probably outside of the US, almost every health system is going to struggle to pay for 3 or 4 drug combos of novel drugs. So for example, our MUC8 study is using a combination of ixazomib, cyclophosphamide and dex versus cyclophosphamide dex, which is the perfect study for the UK market.